Hey, welcome to Sunshine's Conversations with Dragons. My beautiful Geminis. This is your 2020 overview. This is your 2020 overview. What's good, Geminis? So, here's the deal. I'm going to do your prayer here and get started. I, Sunshine, stand before the divine and ask that my ego be set aside so I may be a pure channel for this reading for Gemini. I ask for the assistance of my angels, archangels, divine spirit, spirit guides, dragons, unicorns, gods and goddesses, and ancestors, and ask that I be protected from energies that are not mine. Divine, your presence is always welcome. I am always grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for assisting Gemini on their highest possible path. All right, so this is your 2020 overview, guys, and what's going to happen here is I'm going to shuffle all the decks, and then I will pull 2 cards from each deck. The first card from the deck is the first half of the year. The second card, of course, is the second half of the year, and we will go through each month and see what energies are there and what messages you have. So I'm excited about that. Some really good readings have been showing up for all the signs. Remember, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And for anything that does not speak to your spirit, anything that does not resonate with you, leave it here. It is for another Gemini. Okay? Take only what belongs to you. And if you want a personal reading with your personal energy, head over to conversationswithdragons.com. I will be more than happy to assist you there. Okay? Excited. So, my beautiful Geminis for 2020. I tell you, some of these reading these cards was like trying to slide out for like all of these cards. Like, hey, see me, see me, see me, see me. I was like, hey, what we doing here? So I am uber excited. See, to see what messages my beautiful Geminis need to know for 2020. Alright, here we go, guys. And I will save the flip. I will save the flip for each one for each month. And I know that probably didn't make very much sense, but so I won't turn it over till I get to that month, is what I'm saying. I just been laughing at myself. I had one of my subscribers was like, "You were laughing all the time." I say, "Yeah, I do. Yeah, I get a little tickled at myself." Little tickle, little tickle, little tickle. Okay, here we go. Let's get it. We are starting off with the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is Archangel Michael, and Archangel Michael is over is the protector. So shows up in law enforcement, military, government, security, but he's also very sharp, very I keep wanting to say meticulous, but that's not the word that I want. He is really good with numbers. He is on top of things, right? Very sharp, very, so him showing up for you in January is a beautiful thing. So for some of you, this is you, right? Very protective, but you also, like, you know how to cut through the bullshit. So you will be doing that in January. So severing some ties, okay? Letting go of some things that don't serve you. So cutting ties with, some of you are cutting ties with jobs. So you wrapped up in December, and your last day is in January. For some of you, you have severed ties with some people that are no longer people you thought were friends. Some of you, it's a relationship and it's beautiful regardless, but it's okay. Okay, so severing some ties there. You got the dream traveler. Oh yeah. So the dream traveler shows up for you when that card shows up for you to let you know that you are a channel for spirit. It asks you to trust your intuition, your hunches, those gut reactions, and see the see and know that it's the visionary card. So you are able to see things clearly, as a spirit is showing you messages. So some of these messages may show up actually in your dreams. You've heard of people daydreaming. That happens too. But those messages will seem, when they show up, it's almost like you feel like you've had a conversation or you've seen that thing. It's almost just like a sense of deja vu. Like you've seen that before. Like it's so clear like that. You sure that didn't happen? Are you absolutely positive we haven't met yet? It kind of feels like that. But not always. Just trust your higher self. Trust your guides. Know that you are protected, that you are blessed. Getting the messages in your dreams is a beautiful thing. Okay. Some of those dreams are visions of your work to come. Okay. So pay attention, pay attention. See, and it talks about the dream traveling, and in the dream traveling talks about the visionary, and there in the visionary shows up for you. It says rise above earthly matters. It says glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. You're guided. Yes. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. So be open. Even though we've severed some ties in January, we have some amazing things coming in, right? And it's asking you to lead with your heart. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. When you are when you love and you are kind and you lead with your heart, it takes you so far. You got the change is unavoidable. So you do have some shifts coming in. So in April, you're going to have to make some moves that are going to make you a little uncomfortable. That's okay. You know, we get into a comfort zone and we're like, okay, I've done this, I've done that. Okay, I'm good. But you're not supposed to stay in that space. You still have movement to do, and you'll constantly always be moving. And when you try not to, the universe is like, I said it's time to move. So the change is coming, but it's not going to be a bad change. It's not going to be, oh my God, it's a rough change. It's just a change. If you don't fight it, it will make it so much easier if you go with the flow. Yeah! In May, you got the Ace of Swords, a divine thought, cutting through the crap. Aces are gifts, and divine is giving you the gift of something amazing. Oh my gosh, that change is going to be beautiful. Allow for that flow. That is going to be amazing. Whew. Now, I have to say this because, man, I have had a lot of the signs show up with the individuality card in June. It's halfway through the year, and notice I do this halfway through the calendar year, and it talks about the changes basically shedding away from other people and places and becoming this amazing person who shines their light differently, right? So sometimes people feel like, well, you know, that relationship made you who you were, that job or that family, but that's not it. You are that amazing individual regardless. And as we are severing some ties, making some shifts and making some changes and grow, everybody can't go with you. Okay, your journey is your journey alone, and sometimes we forget who we are before we were all of those amazing people to those people in our life, right? To the job, to the relationship, to the kids, to, you know, to all of those things. We forget who we are, and you are starting to remember in June, which is beautiful. So in July, you have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands talks about, it's the fork in the road. It is telling you that you have a path to choose. Now, the beautiful thing about the path is no matter which one you choose, you are going to get where you need to go. Now, I'll tell you that one road is low, flat, and smooth, and the other one is a little bit more adventurous. So it might be a little bit more rocky, might sit up a little higher. Regardless of which way you choose, you will get to your destination. You have to have faith in that. Now, moving on to August, you have the Freedom Horse. Let yourself be free. When you choose that road, don't bother looking back. You're going full force, forward, free, without all of the junk weighing you down. So run, little horse, run. You have grace. It says, who you are, yes, you who glides across the waters of my soul. Bring me your wisdom and your light. Help me to transform into the elegance and grace. Inspire me with the dignity and with the spirit of beauty. Beauty and grace. This card shows up for you to know that you carry those things. You carry the wisdom and the grace. You are transforming and growing, and embrace the beautiful moment of that. Okay? It's okay to be in gratitude and celebrate how far you have come. Okay? You have the challenge your perception. Now, this card is showing up for you because you are going to need to see things in a different view when you get to October. Okay, we're ending the year and you have made some amazing shifts. And when you get to October, it's going to challenge you a bit, because you're going to have to see things from a different view. Sometimes that means seeing it from someone else's viewpoint, understanding where they're coming from, not being argumentative about the situation, but being able to understand and process, because sometimes we the situation calls for us to process it different. So what is the lesson in it? Okay, so if we choose to, or we are chosen to challenge the perception, is to see it from a different view. Okay, sometimes our view, it does not give us clarity. All right, so of course, in November, you got the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands or Eight of Swords is fast moving energy. Okay, so that could be air travel. Somebody might be traveling, maybe for the first time. I'm getting, but traveling, air travel. I'm getting air travel. Communication, going back and forth. So sometimes via text message, email. So communication going back and forth, which is a good thing. Okay, because you've seen something from a different view and you're trying to get your viewpoint across. And then you got synchronicities. So guys, pay attention to the signs, okay? When you get to December, you are going to reflect on this year and be like, whoa, look how far I've come. But when you'll notice all the synchronicities and that came through the year, the different signs, the people that you were supposed to meet at that divine time, and the messages that you got. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. I am absolutely excited for what this year has in store for you. I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful reading. I am excited for 2020 for you. Until next time, I am sending you love, light, and hugs. Smile. You are loved, and that is such a beautiful thing.